Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below.
Good evening and welcome to AOR Split 1, ACC Season 6, Race 2. We're at Suzuka, boys. Let's see what damage these boys can do this time round. I'm joined, as usual, by my co-commentator, Saffzo. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Very good. Now, I hear you've got a couple of technical issues, so I'll let you try and work around those while we just go on live. Saffzo, unfortunately, can't find the server, but I'm sure it is there. It just hasn't looked hard enough. He will get it in due course, I'm sure. So, now, unfortunately, we promised you last week that we would have all of the lovely, colourful bits and pieces for everyone to see on the cars, but it's not come to fruition, unfortunately. Some people not abiding by the rules when submitting all of the various paint schemes, and unfortunately, the current paint scheme man hasn't been able to put them together. So, no paints just yet, but they will come. Just give them time. I am excited to see what's going to happen this week. Now, last time we were in Suzuka was Season 5, and we had a blinding race. I think it was the season ender, and it was an extra long race, 90 minutes worth. We had massive incidents with Chorus, I think, going back, and also we had a very good resurgence from Black Gold Saw. I've got a funny feeling he actually won the race, so hopefully see some good pace from him this afternoon. Let's ride on board with the old Black Gold man himself, if we can find him. Here he comes, round in the absolute huge Boatomobile. Looks like he's got a different paint scheme I haven't seen before. Maybe it's a new one with the Bentley, I've no idea. But anyway, out to get some good points this afternoon, hopefully, the Bentley man. Be good to see what Mr. Black Gold can do. How are you getting on with your server issues, Saf?
I can still not find it.
Not sure what to suggest, really.
I've tried restarting the game, I've tried specifying presets, none of it is working.
Got to search for Apex space, and then enter. See if that happens.
Ah, I did not put a space, maybe that is it.
Maybe try the Apex, then space.
Ah, that could be the solve to our issue.
It could be, it could be. Now, how many Niels have we got in this race?
Ooh.
Currently, Niels is in provisional pole. Let's see.
Aha! Ah, it's BMW Niels.
Oh, it is BMW Niels. So, are you able to see the stream at least, just in case you can't get into the server?
Yes, I had the stream up just in case this happened.
BMW Niels, yes, the current pole sitter, provisional pole. Let's see what he can do. Comes across the line, and he does beat his current time. Puts himself half a second in front of Masood, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive indeed. So where was our last week's winner? Where is he? Husseini. I can't see him. Maybe he hasn't put in a lap yet, because he should be here. Let's have a look. He is here. Amir is down currently in 36th. No time to shout about just yet, but I'm sure the time will come. Let's ride on board with Husseini. Looks like he's ramping up to get a lap in. See what he can do. He's getting right out of the way for traffic. Warming up his tyres. Now, he stamped his authority on the field with some kind of crazy pace that I've not really seen before. He's pulling over by the looks of things. You letting someone past? Yeah, he was. Yeah, getting well out of the way there for one of the McLarens. Didn't quite see who that McLaren was, but getting well out of the way. Really slow coming into this last little section here, making sure he's getting lots of space. Hopefully his tyres don't lose pressure. That's one thing you've got to be careful of. And he's going now. Here we go. So off he goes on his first fast lap. See if he can put in a competitive time. It's a very popular track, this one, isn't it? It's always quite good on all racing sims, so these boys will know it like the back of their hand as he barrels down into turn 1. Oh, almost getting caught out by someone coming out the pit, but safely navigates him as he comes into the S's. Light work. There we go. Lovely stuff. Now, currently, seeing as we're talking about Hassini, let's see if we can have a look at some of the statistics. Because currently, he is the leader. So, Amir Hassini, currently 100 points at the top step. Darren King, or Dal King as some of you boys know him, popular YouTube sensation, 90 points. So there you go. Starts off with 100. You get points all the way down to, looks like, 34th. So 30, there's a lot of points up for grabs, literally. All you have to do is have an absolute nightmare and you don't get points. So it's always worth sticking in. Following on from him, Masood, 81 points. And Bruno Sari, 73 points. So there we go. See if we can get another view. Not that one. There we go. Of Amir as he barrels round Spoon. Ever so careful to get on the throttle at the right time. Just try not to get in the oversteer over the rumble strip. Nice. See if you can get a nice little drag down on the back of probably Niels, with there's enough of them.
Oh yes, we need to create some new corner names for Niels.
We do, as he goes through 130 Niels. Brilliant stuff. Are you into the server?
No, I'm still looking for it. I have gotten some tips, none have worked so far.
Okay. Unfortunately, I think, well, I don't know what to say. Maybe have a shout to, "Hi, cool!" That's the call, isn't it?
He's the one who's given me a few tips.
I thought so.
So I'm just trying all of them out.
Okay. There you go. Amir puts himself in second position provisionally, 3/10 off the time. Sorry, guys, didn't have the chat up. Welcome to Suzuka Niels. Brilliant stuff. Any predictions for the victory today, people? Well, I'm going to go. I would like to see Black Gold put in a good performance, but he's down in 14th position. Hey, he's behind Chorus. So maybe not getting on with this new BOP that people are saying is working very well, but some of those boys who were quick before might have had a little bit of a lack in pace. Good to see Darren King, if he can get himself up onto the top step again, that would be good fun. But I think the man that we're on board with at the moment, Amir Niels Hassini, I think has got it all to play for. We've got a new pole sitter currently. It is Niels. It's BMW Niels. So the BMW must be mighty strong round here in Suzuka. I'd love to see what that paint scheme is. The matte black looks awesome in that new M6. The livery is probably pretty spicy. Ridouin Masood just behind in the silver Mercedes. I can't wait to see these skin packs when they finally get released. It's going to be absolutely epic. And then following him, Amir Hassini still working round. Right, let's have a look. Oh, well, there we go. Jardier up into 4th position. Very good stuff from him. Let's have a little ride on board with him. We can get any tips, any tricks. Here we go. Literally on board with Hardier. Hardier. It sounds like he wants to be a Silent J, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't have anything to add to that, sorry.
With Jardier Niels.
Yes.
He's got a huge following, I've heard.
Oh.
Let's keep up to date with the chat. Here we go. Like to see my son do well. Is that Prendergast? AP Productions, do not worry. We will keep an eye on Prendergast. Currently sitting 15th. It's about where he resides at the moment, I think. For Kieran, we'll keep an eye. See if he can improve. He does well in the races, though, so we'll make sure we're keeping a beady eye on what happens. Good thing about all of this lockdown business, sim racing, eh?
Yes.
All right, sim racing. Everyone, all on the sim racing hype.
Yeah, that took a huge upswing, didn't it? Where in the other world of F1, a lot of the F1 drivers took to Twitch and the F1 game on that.
Yeah, all the F1 drivers came back. So who did we have? We had Vettel, I think, did some stuff on rFactor, maybe. Button did some stuff with him there too. Also on ACC. Doesn't improve, but Dowking jumps him into 4th position there. Hardier takes 1 step back into 5th position. Hassini, Amir Hassini, we missed it. He's gone provisional pole. He's pushed BMW Niels down to 2nd position, and Masood currently still in 3rd. Oh, a battle is already opening up at the top steps already, and we've still got 2 minutes to go. So these boys have only got a small amount of time to get round and get another lap in. So let's have a little sit on board. Darren King, he's going to get around to have another lap. What did he do last time? So last was 1:58.7. His best is a 1:58.7. So he did his best last lap. So who'd have thunk it? Let's see if he can come round and improve this time. Again, very popular YouTuber. He's got an avid following, I've heard. I did a bit of research, boys. I'm not so out of the loop now. Round to the last corner then. Here he comes. 3rd place, was it? 3rd place? 2nd place? He came 2nd, didn't he, last time around? 2nd or 3rd? I should know. We watched it.
King came 2nd.
He came 2nd. Darren King, exactly. That is exactly who we're watching. He doesn't beat his last time, so this is probably the fast one. So let's go on board. We'll shut up and just let you listen. Where the throttle inputs come and where the brakes. It's quite aggressive with the throttle inputs. Somebody works for him. Oh, and that's the Ferrari off in front. Don't know who that was. Could it be a Queasy? Nicely through the Lesmo. Takes a bit of curb, doesn't suffer. 2nd Lesmo's done with precision. It's looking good for Darren King. Part of the Dal King community race team, obviously. Check him out on YouTube if you want. I'm sure he's live. Sure he's got lots of people watching. Do a multi-twitch if you like. He's going to be at the sharp end of the track. It looks like Jardier's gone 4th place, look. He's jumped Darren King. Some changing around there at the top. So Amir Hassini then currently still leading. BMW Niels just behind. I think that might be the end of it. We're staying on board with Darren King. We've watched him the whole lap. We might as well finish off the session with him. Let's see what he can do, if he can improve. Nicely through 130 Niels. Brilliant stuff. See what he can do. Can he improve? Races to the line. There's a long old run down to the end here. The line is not where you think it is. Here it is. Boom. Does he improve? 1:58.6. He does, I think. Yes, he does, but it's not enough. Still 5th position. And, oh, ever so close. Look, a couple of hundredths away from Jardier. And the top are really separated by not much. Let's have a look. Who have we got? Redouine Masood still out on track. Still putting in time. Still qualifying. I think that's it for a lot of the boys here. I think Amir is still out as well. Could improve. Jardier is up by 2/10. Sorry, 3/10 now. Let's stay on board with him. He might jump some of these boys. Still up 3/10. As he races down towards the line. Where would that put him? That might get him up into 3rd position. It's him and Redouine Masood he's battling for. Still 3/10 up. As he runs down to the line. Amir crossing the line about now. Doesn't improve. There you go. Jardier jumps. Masood then goes 3rd position. And I think that is it. Everyone is done now. Everyone's back in the pit. So there is your qualifying. Amir Hassini, again, masterclass, gets himself the top step. Followed then by BMW Niels. Good to see him at the pointy end. Jardier in 3rd position. That's a good place for him. And then Masood, Darren King. And then we got Nicholas Halburn, Dimitrov, Equizi, Vaidelich, Anuev, Chorus, Prendergast. Your boy did good in 12th position. We got Mike Verman, Louis Fly, then Kanabich, a part of the H3 team. Theo Overhouse, we haven't seen him before. I don't remember that name. Luke Southall, Black Gold Saw, qualifying in 18th position. Ivan in 19th. Then we got Martinez, Castelli, Solman, all the way down in 22nd. Valentin Barrier, 23rd. Hamza in 24th. We got that's Ferrari Niels. So Ferrari Niels had a bit of a disaster. He's down in 25th position. Jonathan Watts, my co-commentator for last year, he's down in 26th position. Dominic Goltz in 27th. Matt Kennedy, followed by Aidan Brow. And then we got Patrick Bigone. Dominic Alvarez, followed by Kevin Niels. Another Niels. Geordie Sanders, then, down in 33rd position. Bruno Cadili in 34th. 35th is Robin Rotterdam. Mark Balzer. Then we got Marcel. And then David Martinez rounds off the pack. That was pretty spicy towards the top end, wasn't it? Gee.
Also, I want to say Overhouse did actually take part in the first race. He finished 30th.
Did he? Okay, sorry. Apologies.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can see...
We didn't spend much time down there, so I think it's pretty easy to miss out on that.
I think we should endeavour to spend more time down there this time. Give everyone a nice little view of what's happening all the way down. But we had such a good race up the top, so it was hard. Niels everywhere.
Too many Niels, some might say.
Too many Niels. Are you in?
No.
Okay. All right. I think the
So I've now got the live timing thing up, so
Perfect.
I can at least keep up to date.
Yeah. So if anyone else wants to keep up to date, you can go live on the Pitwall app if you have the app. I think you can download the app these days. Or you can go onto the Pitwall Live website, jump onto the AOR ACC Server 1, I think it is, and you can watch live timing of all these boys going around. But I think the latency is pretty good on the stream, so we're, if not, maybe a second or so off, so we should be okay. So you won't miss out on a lot, but 2 minutes to go. Any predictions? I mean, Amir's looking pretty damn good in first.
Yes. But I think the qualifying gap to second was smaller than it was in Italy. So I'm going to predict there's going to be a fight for the win. Pretty much all the way through the race.
Wow.
So it's a bold one. It very well might not come to fruition. But yeah, I think he's actually going to have to fight for that win this time.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Amir then starting off with the top spot. So what do you think BMW, Niels and Jardy are all going to take it to him? You've got Masood and Darren King all in the top 5. That's a pretty spicy top 5 to have.
Yeah, I think it's going to be that top 5. Anyone in there, I think, can win this. Outside of that, it's a bit more of a stretch, but yeah, anyone inside that top 5, I think, can take the win.
Well, you've got Vanko Wunko Dimitrov, Hamanda Herkwizi, my favourite man, Luka Weidelich, and it's Anuev rounding out the top 10. So they're still pretty speedy. And you got Chorus and Prendergast all close behind. That's a good qualifying position from Prendergast, considering what happened last time. He was 19th, wasn't he? So maybe we should see him jump up a little bit in the race. Now, we've got 41 seconds to go. Just here to steal driving tips for my Tier 2 race tomorrow. Blakey, well, good luck tomorrow. WTF, who is on P2, an ugly BMW SUV? I have you know, the BMW M6 is a blinder. It's a lovely car. Not too good in the brakes, but it's pretty damn good to look at. It's the only BMW on the grid, isn't it?
By the looks of it, let me quickly check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes, it is the only BMW.
Right. We've got 10 seconds. 10
in that case, there's an 18-second delay for the stream.
Oof. That's pretty painful. Maybe refresh the stream a sec. See if you can get any... Just do an F5. Do an F5.
Yes. It is saying 15 seconds.
Oof. Okay. Well... I don't know what to say, man. I don't know why you can't get into the server.
That's just YouTube delay. It's always bigger than the likes of Switch.
I don't know. I don't understand why you can't get into the server. It's very odd.
Oh, that I know.
I'm pretty sure it was on mixed, so... Or if not, it was on... Yeah, I don't know why. Apex capital A, and then a space, and you should show up there. Tier 1. I didn't see if it said Suzuka. It just said Season 6, Tier 1, and I clicked on it, and it got me in.
Yes.
All I can say is maybe have another go. I just want to see this. I just want to see the real paints. That's all I want to see. I want to see them all. Unfortunately, yes, he is commentating via the stream. He can't get into the server. I'm not. I'm in live. Do a Discord screen share. I can't because it would affect the upload speed. And you
and
guys
it would scuff the stream.
You guys would get an even worse quality stream than I'm already providing. You wouldn't be able to pick out the cars. It might just be a various
just be blobs.
Blobs, yeah.
It's oh, the black blob's going past the red blob.
So unfortunately, no Discord screen sharing will be done. And if anything, Discord screen sharing is awful.
Yeah.
Awful stuff.
It's better than it was. It used to be absolutely dreadful.
You can pay and it's even better, but who wants to pay, eh? Who wants to pay for that? Ooh. Right then, we've not got long. We have not got long. We're on the helicam at the moment. Let's go right down to the back of the pack. See what we can see coming down the back of the pack. Let's ride on board with Robin Rotterdam. Lovely stuff. He is in a McLaren, rather classy looking McLaren, in 35th. Who's he around? He's around Geordie Saunders, pretty speedy boy him. So he's around good company. Definitely. UK internet, definitely. UK internet at its finest. Unfortunately, yes. Yeah. I live in the countryside, so I have internet surrounded by badgers. I still can't get over what an amazing lap that BMW Niels put down just then, because he is up in second position. Bruno in P33, unfortunately so. Yeah, not getting a very good session in for Bruno. No, but you know, things can be done there. Things can be done. I'm complaining on my... Yes, well, you know, I have got half that, if not worse.
So what is your download speed at its peak?
Mine? Download?
Yes.
So download
Yes.
at its peak is about 40.
Ah, yes. Well, you, in that case, have about 8 times my speed.
Ah, what, 8 times more?
Yes, you have 8 times more.
Nice. Welcome to the United Kingdom. World leaders in technology. I know, boys, I know. Minton Racing, you need to bring up the visual to match the audio. 720p, come on, where's the 1080? I know. Unfortunately, we cannot provide that because of our current internet speed will not support it. I could bring you 1080, but it would be so artifacty you wouldn't be able to see what's going on. So it doesn't reflect AOR in the slightest. Last year they were able to provide 4K, but not this year, unfortunately, because you've got me, sadly.
Wait, were they actually able to do 4K?
Yes, they were. Anyway, we are coming down.
Jesus.
I know, right? We're actually not into the in the right thingy. There we go. So we're coming down to the line here. We're going to stay on board, I think, with Jardier, because we're going to see what's going to happen right at the very sharp end of the race. The long run down to the line is huge. As we're just about to cross over. Here we go. We're going green, 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 green all the way down. Let's have a look from above. As we see Hasuni covering the inside. Masood then getting up to third position, almost a touch. As BMW Niels goes wide, there's a slight little knock through into turn 2. Good stuff. Everyone keeping it line of stern. Good stuff all the way down the back as well. No contact. Jardier losing out a couple of positions. And Masood gaining. Masood's up into second position. BMW Niels gets knocked down slightly. That's a shame. They're finding their way around.
No incidents. Apparently there's been about nearly 10 incidents so far.
Oh, there'll be little taps here and there.
Yes.
Here and there, unfortunately. So Jardier then getting mugged at the beginning, unfortunately. And he's got Darren King right behind him now, looking to take over that third place position. It's actually fourth place position, I think, at the moment, because of what happened there. The timing screens will sort themselves out. I do apologise. It will come back. There we go. Let's jump on board, I think. Let's see what's happening, because he's got people right up his chuff. That's Dow King right behind him, willing him to get past. And who have we got in front? We've got BMW Niels losing out massively as well, unfortunately. Look at them all filter through the hairpin. Amir Hassini getting the start that he needed. And he's able to drive away. Oh, there you go. Masood went wide there. That might give BMW Niels a chance to catch up. Going wide again. Nice gap back, so he's not going to have any problems behind. But we might have a change here at the top. Oh, that's a late dive into the inside of 130 Niels. Doesn't do it. thinks better of it. It's a long race. We've got 50 minutes to go. Let's not make any silly mistakes then. BMW Neil's on the outside. Masood having to defend hard. And Jardier, this is bringing Jardier back into the fight. He's going to make up some positions again, I think. And Amir is running away again. We might have a repeat of last week. Let's have a look a little bit further down the pack. Like I said, we'll see if we can get everyone involved. BMW Neil's looking for positions. Let's jump on board, I think, with my boy Geordie Sanders. And who's that in front of him? That's Alvarez and Barrier all fighting. Kevin Neal's behind. Bentley Neal's looking like he wants to go on the action. '26th, so he's doing well, getting up some of the gap here. It's all very close at this point. It's always a bit crazy to see what happens as soon as it goes live. Everyone kind of scrabbles for positions. Incidents happen, sparks fly, but looks like we're okay where we are at the moment. Now, that looks to me that Black Gold is in the pit. He is in the pit. Now, that's disastrous. So, incident for Black Gold saw already. Who else is in the pit with him? We've got a couple of people in the pit here. Ivan, Nico Solman in the pit. David Martinez also in the pit. So, there must have been an incident. Either that or they thought, let's get these tyres off already. But that's very early to come in. And they're all coming out together, bless them. Look, that's a bit crazy. As Black Gold's now leaving the pit. There must have been an incident further on. The BOP still needs a bit of work. I think so, maybe. We're getting good racing towards the top. But let's have a look a little bit further up now. So we're on board with Chorus. Always puts on a show for us. Always does some kind of daring thing with his strategy. But it's starting to... the gaps are starting to eke out a little bit now. Amir is 1.5 away from Redouine Masood in the H3 team. And he's still... oh, that was a spinner back, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. I thought it was, but it wasn't. Jardier still in P4. We've got BMW Neil's then right on the back of Masood. He's going to go for a move here. Defends the inside. BMW Neil's then on the outside of turn 1. Not much room to do anything there. Well, the BOP threw up a big old change of tyres and power between different cars. But to be fair, there were other cars that were vastly overpowered. Like the Porsches. Last year we almost had a Porsche Cup. Still very unbalanced. Different on each track, exactly. BMW's had a big increase in power. So is the Ferrari Evo that we've just seen going through the first Lesmo there with Dalking. And he's right on the back of Jardier there. We might see a change a little bit further back. Let's hop on board with him. It's close up the top here.
I've been able to get in.
Nice!
Thanks to the very lovely help of Heiko. So
Nice.
shout out to him.
Thank you very much, Haiku.
Very, very much indeed.
All you have to do is whisper to the wind and he comes running with various
Gifts.
gifts of aids. And gifts aplenty.
Some say he was the 3 wise kings all in one person.
Was he?
Yes.
Nice.
That is the old tales I heard from the old man.
I mean, they didn't have to kill the Porsche. Well, they did. It needed to be slayed, I think. And it has been. It's been knocked down
Yes.
a peg or two. Which is good. The fight, then, for second, is hotting up. But unfortunately, it's killed our fight for the win. Because Amir is gone. He has absolutely disappeared. 2.5 seconds in front now. It's a commanding lead already. And there's a bit of a bottleneck with Masood and BMW Neil's ensuing. We've got Jardier just behind, Darren King right on his chuff as well. Nicholas Holborn is struggling to hold on to this pack. Wunko then just behind him, and Equeezy just behind him. So it's opened up then, almost a second between all of these boys, trying to stay with each other. Chorus very close to Anoev. That was a good battle with these boys a couple of months ago, ran the same track in the dark. Well, Monza and Suzuka, AMG is still top. Well, there you go. The new AMG is pretty nice, I've heard. Very sideways for Equeezy through the second Lesmo. Almost losing the car. BMW Nils then 0.2 from Redouine Masood in the H3 team. It's getting spicy at the top. It's getting absolutely spicy.
It's also getting spicy at the bottom.
What have we got? What have we got?
Well, in 29th place, we've got Fly looking for a move on Rotterdam. At the head and full spoon, he's going for it down the inside. Rotterdam giving him a lot of space.
He's done it.
Got the move done. Ooh, but I think Rotterdam might have gone better exit. Can he have a go into Spoon?
On board with Louis.
And the answer is no, he cannot do anything in Spoon. What about down to 130R? No, he's not got a great exit out there.
No, miles away, unfortunately. Let's have a look at Geordie. What's he doing with his time? Half a second away, unfortunately. Nothing too productive with his time. Let's have a look a little bit further up the grid. We've got Ferrari Nils currently all over the back of Martinez. 0.25 separates these boys. Ferrari Nils not having a very good session this one, down in 17th place. But battling.
Oh.
Very close.
Oh, is he going to go for it? Or is he going to back out? He's going to back out, surely. Yeah. That would have been remarkable if they actually could have gone side by side through there.
I mean, there's room.
There is room, but it takes a lot of trust and cooperation for that to happen.
That would have been brought Watts right into the playing field, if that did happen.
Yes, and actually he isn't too far away still, so if these two keep fighting, he might be able to sneak in a good exit. Maybe get a double overtake.
Ooh,
What's all over the back?
He is. He's fighting for it.
Well, he's looking. Ah, he wanted to go for it, didn't he? Now just looking for the good exit.
Oh, he's too far away now. Oh, no, it is a decent exit, actually.
And he's much closer to Ferrari Nils, and Ferrari Nils is Martinez ahead.
Yep. He gained a 10th just down the straight there as he jumps into 130R. I think if he can stay with him, he might have a go down into turn 1.
Considering the exit he had out of Spoon, I wouldn't say that's a bad shout.
No penalties just yet. We do have live stewarding. And we haven't got any naughty boys just yet. I think Watts will have to go a couple more laps for any more changes.
Yes, I believe so as well.
A little bit too far. Lost a bit of time.
BMW Nils had a look at Masood at the S section.
They're right next to each other, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, they were literally front wheel next to rear wheel when I went on to BMW Nils, and then he backed off. And we got, I believe, Hardy and King behind, fighting for 4th. And then Hasid again for the second race in a row, running away with that, unfortunately.
I think if BMW Nils can get past Masood here, he can actually chase down Hassini. If he can get past, yeah. I think he's got the pace. He's all over the back of him, and he hasn't been able to lose him. And considering Amir's only 3.5 seconds up the road, yeah, I reckon he's probably got another half a second of pace in him per lap. You could probably chase him down.
I've got a penalty. 15 seconds for car number 9. That is Canna Beach in 14th.
Oh, BMW Nils getting a little bit impatient there. Let's see if I can see what that's for. I do have the I do have access to the thingy now. Let's have a look, see what I can get. Race control. So, contact between cars involving... contact involving cars 9 and 181 on 8 minutes 55. Lap 1, turn 7. 15-second time penalty then for causing a moderate collision. That's a huge penalty for a moderate collision. Contact involving cars 5, 9, 14, 72 and 81 on lap 1, turn 7. So that's what happened with Black Gold and a couple of the other boys at the beginning. Huge accident between 5 cars. No further action though. So there you go.
Yeah, they certainly aren't pulling their punches when they come to their penalties here, huh?
No, they're not letting it go. Definitely not. I hear what you're saying, boys. I'll see if I can turn the in-game sounds up a little bit for you. I did get that suggestion last time, so I'll see what I can do for you. It's because we're in the helicam. There you go. A little bit more engine noise. It's the best I can do, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'll be shouting.
And we don't want to be doing that.
We don't want to be doing that.
Not on a Monday night.
Not on a Monday. Darren King and Jardio are getting very spicy behind. Let me know, Bobby, if that's any better for you. I can hear a difference in my headphones, so it should be better for you too. It's because, unfortunately, look, if I go on board, it's, perfectly fine. It's because we're outside. What's happened to Geordie? Let's have a little look, shall we? We'll stop in with Geordie Saunders. He was the top boy in the last row racing league, currently leading their championship. Dropped out because he got the call to come up to split 1 with AOR. A very big call indeed. He is... I don't know. I can't see him. There he is. 34th. 34th at the moment. Maybe he had an incident.
He had a pit stop.
Ah, so he's done his pit stop. Let's have a little jump on board with Geordie. So yes, you're right. He's done his pit.
He's the 4th out of those who have done their pit stops.
Okay, so Solomon, Martinez, Ivan and Geordie. And then you've got Black Gold Sword just behind him. That's going to be an almighty battle in a minute. Might actually stay with him. You are right. BMW Neil's absolutely sliding it through the corners. Keep an eye on that time.
Yes, I shall say with the BMW, you may stay with Gold Saw.
Yeah.
Or wherever you want to watch is obviously your decision.
No, it's fine. I can see the gap. It's less than 3/10
yes.
at the moment, so it's getting pretty spicy. I want to see if Black Gold and Geordie Saunders can give us a little bit of a race coming down into Spoon. I'm surprised, to be honest. This is the difference in pace that we've seen since last year. Black Gold Saw was up at the top. I think he came away with 3rd in the championship last year, roughly around that place. So the pace has wildly improved because he's down in 35th. But obviously he was involved, I think, in that incident that caught out those 5 drivers at the beginning. So not his fault that he's down so low. But this is the 2nd race now with not so much of an impressive performance from Black Gold Saw. But we know he's got pace, so let's not rule him out just yet. Still 3/10 at the top between Niels, BMW Niels and Masood. So as soon as that gets a little bit better, we'll jump up, and I think it is getting better. So let's have a little look. He's right on the bumper that goes through Spoon. He's right with him. See if he can get a good drive through Spoon. He can give him a run down into 130 Niels.
Imagine if Niels makes an overtake at 130 Niels.
That would be pretty special, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
That'd be great stuff. I don't think he's going to have enough.
He's got a slipstream. He's
got a slipstream, but I don't think it's enough. You've got to have a big old slipstream to get past at 130 Niels. You might have a look here, though. Into the inside. No. See, that's the problem. Look, that AMG Mercedes is so speedy. We have indeed. Is that M. Vermon's got a penalty? 5 seconds, so it's only a little one. I'll have a look in the race control in a minute.
15-second for 181, which is Gold Saw.
That's black, yeah. Oh, gee. Okay, well, we'll have a little look, see what happens. I'll keep you boys on here, so you're not going to get any commentary at the moment. I'll read them out. So contact between 144 and 142. That's for 5-second time penalty, causing a minor collision. Then contact between cars 23 and 447 on lap 1. No further action. Contact with cars, this is the big one. 181 and 8 on lap 1, turn 8. 15-second time penalty for causing a moderate collision. So, who's the number 8 car? That sounds like Chorus or Anarev, isn't it? Yeah, it's Vasily. So, running round in... No, it's not. Sorry, I'm wrong. It is, number 8 is Bruno Cadili. Oof. And he's running down in 29th. So, didn't come off as bad as Black Gold, but 15 seconds. He must have paid the price in the pit. That's why he's so far down. So what's the gap like? 3/10. Amir just on a different level. He's not as commanding as we had last week. 4 seconds. He's only eked it out a second, and we've gone around probably 5 times since I last looked at it. So he's not as impressive as what we saw last week. He's still very good, don't get me wrong, but I think as soon as BMW Niels gets released, we're going to have a battle for the lead, and it's going to involve the car number 1 and the car number 92. So 42 minutes remaining, a lot of racing to go, and a lot of penalties to serve. I think it's a good extra we've got now with these penalties coming out straight away.
Yeah, it's a good addition. Keeps the race a bit more lively. Something to talk about when there's not much action.
Not much. There's plenty of action at the back there. That's Jardiak spinning in 130 nils. Blimey, almost caught us out there. We were almost getting relaxed. He span, going wildly wide. I saw BMW Niels go wide, and then I think that was Jardiak just spinning off, losing the rear of the car.
Yes,
it was, wasn't it? I thought it was.
He's
Darren.
being swamped by Chorus.
Oh, they're all in a line. There we go.
It's going to end in tears at turn 1.
Who's that? That's is that Oneco? No, it's not. It's Vasily. Oh, that's very spicy.
Oh.
Jardier letting him pass. Lucky, he might not have any damage on that car. I didn't see him hit the barrier, but that's Vidalich, isn't it? Anoev and Jardier all very close. Chorus in the blue McLaren at the front there, managing to keep his position. Actually jumping a position because of Jardier's misfortune. Odox Motorsport. Forza Martinez. Which Martinez? We've got a couple of Martinez here. Which one? Where is he? Is it Gerard Martinez? The number 14 car in 14th. Then we've got another Martinez somewhere else as well. A couple of Martinez's. Martinez.
Martinez.
Yep.
I take my Martinez shaken, not stirred.
I think Martinez currently is shaken rather than stirred. He's back in 14th. What's happening with our boy, Kieran Prendergast? Because he came in for a pit, I think. We've just missed that. We'll keep an eye on him. Just coming out of the pit now. So he's actually the leaders of the pitters. He is P28. Got his pit done 10 minutes early. Going for the undercut. So he's looking to gain positions here. We've got to stop and go.
That's for Bolter ahead.
Yeah, for Bolzer. Never mind. Audi's going to have to come back. Stop and go 30 seconds. That's a huge...
That's a massive penalty.
Huge penalty.
Oh, look, there's another Martinez.
And I told you there's double Martinez. Twice the Martinez. I think you're right. Niels needs to do something here. He needs to make a decision. A hard decision.
Surely it's too early to pit now.
No, no. Half an hour, isn't it? Perfect time to pit. Get the undercut.
I mean, they've done 20 minutes. It's about 40 minutes to go.
It's an hour race, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anywhere between now
Anywhere
and
between
half past
now and... Yeah.
is about fine, I would say.
But I'd say, like, this lap is too early. But maybe, like, 2 or 3 laps, I'd say, is probably the right time to pit.
He needs to think about what penalty he's going to take later on in the race. I don't think the penalty's going to be too bad. But considering these boys are pretty damn good on their tyres anyway, I don't think the penalty would be too bad for coming in a couple of laps early. But I think the penalty sitting behind Redouin Massoud is the big one. 4.9 seconds. They're going the same pace as Amir at the moment. I think Amir's managing the situation. Dowking then 4th. He's got a nice gap to make up to these fighting boys.
And if he gets one more position, he'll make it 2 podiums in a row, which I think he would quite like.
I think he'll quite like indeed. That's a lot of points. These boys have been fighting the whole race. Not just a little bit of the race. the whole race. Let's see if we've got anyone else who's as close as these guys. I don't think we do. I think everyone is a little bit further away. We've got John Watts, Sebastian Castelli, and Ferrari Niels are all pretty close. Let's have a look.
Canna Beach is pretty close to Overhouse.
Yeah. John Watts making moves then, 16th position, making his way up the grid. But the real fight at the moment, we said we wouldn't do it, but we are. We're staying with the top three. BMW Niels then still all over the back. He must be getting frustrated now. 2/10 separates these two guys. Yeah, you're right. Overhouse and Canna Beach getting very close. Let's have a little look on Overhouse's rear cam as it fills with Ferrari.
And Watts and Castelli have collided at the last
no.
corner. And Castelli's hit the pit wall. That's going to be some damage.
Well, he's in, so that at least you hit the pit wall at the right place, and he is in. Sorry about the camera here, boys. Caught me a little bit off guard. Oh, that's savage. Never mind. Castelli's in then. They have to do the damage now. He's going to be on that MFD like crazy. Repair this, quickly repair. That's a lot of damage as well. That is a lot of damage.
That's a smashed up front end.
He went head on into the pit wall, so that's going to be a good 20 seconds.
That's going to be a long pit stop.
20, 30 seconds. Props for Masood for very few mistakes under that kind of pressure. Exactly. Yeah. Huge pressure he must be under. And he's still holding back BMW Niels. I'm surprised that BMW Niels hasn't had the legs on him down the straights, because there's big straights and that BMW is quick, but it's slow through the corners. It is. He's very close, but he's having a look everywhere, but can't quite make it.
I think he's trying to scare him into a mistake.
Possibly.
I think he's trying to make an opening.
Possibly. What a camera angle here, look. How much Niels can you get in your gearbox in one race?
Well, by the seams of it, it's going to look like about an hour or so.
An hour of Niels.
Oh, I'd love that.
Going wide then through 130R. Managing to keep it on the track. See, this is the fight. It's the fight of the balance of the car. Are we coming in? No, we're not. We're still staying out. BMW Niels going wide, then dipping straight back into the slipstream. And we're still 2.5 tenths away. What does he need to do to get past? I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's going to have to wait for the pits. Oh, he's gone wide! Mistake then for Masood. A rare mistake for Masood. And BMW Niels almost capitalising. And they're running away from Darren King behind, look. He's falling back. 3.5 seconds now. These boys are in a little world of their own. But it is allowing Amir to run away. Another second he's got up on these two.
Yeah, that job from BMW Niels is just going to get harder and harder the more he's stuck behind Masood. And with King, I wonder if he's trying to look after his tyres, maybe go for an overcut, or whether he is actually just losing pace. Maybe the tyres are even going off already. And that's why he's going slower, to maybe try and make them last more.
Possibly. Could be managing the situation. Going for a different strategy, hopefully come back in the second part of this race. We've still got 34 minutes left. Still got a long way to go. And a few penalties to serve. Vermin, Canna Beach, still got penalties to do. Still got a pit. We've still got the top half of this this grid to pit. Chorus coming in, look. We've got Martinez and Watts all in the pit. I think Watts had to come in because of his damage. Must have been massive after the incident he had the lap previous.
Imagine if Watts gets a stop-go the moment he comes out of the pits.
Yes, exactly. That would be...
That would be disastrous.
It would. Jardier's got his pit done. Gap between Chorus and Jardier, then 7 seconds. They were almost bumper to bumper a minute ago. What a battle indeed, Heiko. What a battle indeed. Oh, and he's got a line. He's got a line to the inside. I don't think he's going to have enough pace. No, he doesn't. Again.
He's looking for a good exit.
He is looking for a good exit.
Yeah, he's had a good line through that.
Oh, very good. Oh, he's spun.
Oh, he's hit the wall.
It's a good place to spin.
Oh, is he going to have to repair anything?
Yes, definitely. There'll be light front end damage.
Yeah, on the right-hand side, that's where he hit the wall.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Nicholas Holborn coming in at the same time, and they're going to be fighting coming out, but...
And Monaco and Anna Fleeve as well.
BMW Niels then released finally with that relentless blockade he had in front of him.
Now we'll be able to see if he actually can hunt down Hussein like you were saying before.
Let's have a little look on the lap delta. This will be a clear lap. Last lap from Amir was a 2-minute dead.
404 has a drive-through.
Who has a drive-through? 404.
Queasy.
Oh no.
And he's in last place as well.
BMW Niels was drifting through the Lesmo there with the M6.
Not the fastest way to go around the corner, but it's certainly the most stylish.
Exactly. Thea Overhouse is being absolutely willed on by Canna Beach still. There's a battle for 5th and 6th. It's good to see these guys up here. Still got mirrors full of that Ferrari. He's been there for a little while, if I seem to remember. All pitted, these guys. No, they haven't. Still got one to go. So Masood and Hoban and Wanko are top 3 who have pitted at the moment.
I reckon we'll see BMW Niels come in this lap. Or
It
at least
is.
it's a very high chance.
I think if now, because of what's happened, I would stay out.
Yeah,
and
Hussein is in. Hussein is in from the
is.
lead. Will BMW Niels follow him, or will he keep on going? He's keep on going.
Well,
okay.
there you go.
At least I got someone was going in. King's also in.
It depends if he's got any damage. I don't think he would do. So Darren King then in as well. 3rd position. So BMW Niels then currently leading. So the top boys have come in.
Is also in. Overhouse is in.
Yeah, this is the
Canna Beach
crossover then. Everyone following each other. I know Canna Beach stays out, but he's got a penalty to serve, so
Barrier in.
looks like he's got a bit of damage to repair. Hamza, is he going to come in?
No, he stayed out.
Goes for another one.
Alvarez stays out, and Kleinschmidt stays out. Oh, that's a name, isn't it? Kleinschmidt.
That's a very nice name, Marcel Kleinschmidt.
Yeah. So surely everyone who hasn't here has to come in this lap, surely. Or they're just costing themselves time.
I don't think you're costing time at this stage. It depends on what you fueled your car. So anything that you lose now, you would gain back, because the fuel you can regulate. So as long as you fueled your car to the, the end. I'm assuming there's no refueling. It's just a tyre change.
Yeah, I think we said before, isn't it? The refueling isn't a thing.
So technically, yes, you are hurting yourself a little bit, but to be fair, whatever you lose now, you'll gain back because you have better tyres towards the end. So if you're in a battle like this, you're better to stay where you are unless you're being held up. If you're, say, the leading Lamborghini here, you might as well stay out as long as you can. I would.
Yeah.
You might as well. 3rd position because you haven't pitted. You got a bit of pace on the guy behind. It's down to Robin to make the call to see if he can get the undercut.
BMW Niels is in.
Here we go. So they will see how much advantage he's managed to get with clear air, if any. We will hop up in a minute and see him come out. The chat debating whether there was a tap with BMW Niels.
It certainly looked like there was.
And I'm not sure there was, I don't think.
Well, what's his face? I don't know. The Mercedes, the way he sped off in the barrier did not look very natural at all. Like that looked like the car had been hit.
I don't know what position he's in now. Where's he? How
Oh,
far?
Masood's back in the pits.
So, how far
He's
down
in
is he?
36.
That's how much Redouin Masood has fallen down. Blimey, literally 36th position now. Well, I'm sure we'll get a shout in a minute of if there are any penalties to be applied. But to me, it looked like he span under his own power. So where's Niels? Currently in 3rd.
Hussein's already passed.
Hassini just passed him. Okay, so this is the gap now. We still got Rotterdam, Alvarez, Kleinschmidt. Oh no, he's in now. Canna Beach is also in. So Amir out then, and the gap back. It's quite big. I can't see because it's all jumbled.
And
Nice
actually, that
BMW
lean
news.
Lamborghini did come in instead of staying out. Ah, it's a McLaren 1-2. We haven't seen that in anything in a long time.
It's about 5.5 seconds, the gap at the moment between Amir.
Yeah.
There you go, 5.5. I counted because it wasn't updating. It was 5.7 before the pit stop. Thank you very much, Richie. Someone's paying attention. 5.5 it is now. And the gap to Darren King has fallen 7 seconds now. That was about 3.5 earlier. So he's not had a good couple of laps. Well, now this is where we'll see if the pace increases. So we'll keep an eye on both of these laps. Well, we can't actually. Next lap we'll keep an eye. Because this is BMW Niels' out lap.
Yeah, now that he's got clean air, he has about 27.5 minutes to try and close that gap down.
I mean, it's entirely possible.
Yes, definitely, especially if you see me make any mistakes. As Masuda's still in the pits.
I think that is a retirement, to be honest
Yeah,
with
it
you.
must be, surely. Because Akuizu's still in there as well. Without having said the drive thing. Yeah, I think those who have both called it quits.
I'm sure there'll be handbags at dawn in the Discord afterwards. We'll see. I'll keep an eye, see if there's any shouting and screaming. I don't think there's been any word currently on what's happening with penalties, so we'll have to have a little look.
Rotterdam even is in, and the gap has gone up to 6.1 between Nizini and BMW Niels.
Okay, no race control updates at the moment, so we'll have to have a little look. I didn't think there was a tap. I didn't see a tap. But you never know.
I thought I saw a tap.
So the gap has actually widened then. By
Yeah.
the looks of things. BMW Niels then losing time to
Ooh,
6.2.
there's more penalties.
That was John Watts' 15-second time penalty. Added
Yeah,
on.
and there's also a 15-second for the full force 7.
Yep,
both
that's
moderate
Kennedy.
collisions.
Kennedy. Yeah, Matt Kennedy, Jonathan Watts got themselves penalties. Did you say both moderate collisions was the
Yes.
was the
And
verdict?
then there were 2 further incidents between 210 and 105. That is no further action. And 92 and 1, which is no further action. I believe 92 and 1 was Masood and... No, it wasn't, actually.
Well, one is BMW Niels. I think
Yes.
what they mean is BMW Niels and Redouine, who is currently out. I think they've got the car numbers right, because Amir Hosseini hasn't been in contact with anyone, so that must be a misprint. I think that was they're talking about the spin into the pit, if I would hazard a guess. But I don't think Amir has been near anyone to cause any kind of incident.
No, so that must surely mean 2.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, it should be 2 and 1 incident, not 92 and 1.
Yeah, anyway, it's no further action, so clearly either they thought it wasn't a tap or they didn't think it was penalty worthy.
Okay, well I think we've seen enough of BMW Niels lapping round slightly slower than Amir Hosseini right now. Until anything changes, I think we should go and have a look at some real racing going on a little bit further back. So we've got Bro and Goltz, I think, going at it. And Goltz looking like he's going to go for the move into 130R, thinks better of it. Might get himself a run down into the last little bit here, but I think he's backed off. We'll stay on board with them though. See if we can see any kind of chopping and changing.
He's not had a great line through there, not a great exit, so he's going to have to wait probably at least another lap before he has another proper go.
We've got Cannabeach and Kennedy getting close to each other as well. 2/10 separates those two
Drive through
boys.
for 105. That is Alberto, who's just come out of the pits.
Oh no, so he's got a drive through then, probably for speeding in the pit lane.
I think it said spinning for the pit lane, yes.
Yeah, Alvarez then's got a drive through for speeding in the pit lane from 23rd. Not a good afternoon for him.
That will promote Sanders, huh?
It would promote Sanders. It would promote everyone. Patrick would get a go up. So would Goltz as well. They would all jump up. Kleinschmidt, your boy Kleinschmidt will probably get a position out of that too.
Yes.
Nice. Talking of Geordie Sanders, let's have a little look what's happening with him, because he's in a bit of a battle at the moment with Patrick. The number 17 Audi. Let's see what's happening with these two boys. There's a little bit of flashing there from Patrick. I don't know what flashing is going to do. He has gone for it. Oh, and there's been an incident further back. Oh, and there's going to be even more cars involved. Who was that? That was...
Oh, was that Watts again?
I didn't see who. It was
off.
Watts. Watts has gone. We moved and we just saw exactly what happened. It looked like the Audi just smashed straight into him. It was the Ferraris behind. It was Goltz and Brow that caused that, I think. Oh, geez. Well, there's going to be some more. Changes.
It looked like the McLaren actually hit the Lamborghini.
Was it? Okay, so the McLaren...
That's what it looked like on the stream, anyway.
Yes, possible. I didn't see. I just saw the spun Lamborghini and a lot of cars. Yeah. I didn't see who was the instigator. Martin saying the DT is track limits. I'm not sure it is track limits because he got it leaving the pit lane, so I'm pretty sure it was speeding in the pit lane. But hey, who am I to say? We'll have to wait and see. I think it was probably a speeding, but we'll see. So Geordie Saunders...
It could have been either.
Geordie Saunders then loses the position to Patrick in all of that business going through
I was going
the
to look
hairpin.
out for Bel Hussein.
Yeah. Bellassane then going really fast in that Lamborghini. And Goltz has dropped off the back of this pack. But he's managed to get past Kennedy. He was fighting Kennedy earlier on, and we said he's going to have to wait another lap. And it looks like that incident then has given him a couple of positions. He's up. Bellassane then still on the back of Geordie Sanders. I'm assuming at this point now everyone has pitted.
Yes, everyone has made at least one pit stop.
There we go. Heiko can confirm it was track limits. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Corrected. Thanks, Martin. You are right, and I was wrong.
Oh, there's a lot of people in the pits. Overhouse, Caselli, Solman, and Canna Beach all currently in the pits.
Yeah, they had a good couple of penalties to... There's a good couple of penalties that needed to be served, so whether they had to be done there and then, I don't know, but we'll see. Hopefully that's not the end of the race for those boys, but we've got a little battle ensuing just behind with Goltz, Brow, and Kennedy. Kennedy being the only one there with a penalty. But they are all very close. But we're on board at the moment with Geordie Sanders looking back to Bellassane, who is trying to get past frantically.
Also, the gap between BMW Niels and Uzine has actually come back down. It's now 4.9.
Okay.
And it was over 6 earlier.
Well, there you go. Maybe he just needed to get to a rhythm of those tyres, bring them up, get the temperature and the pressure right, and he's been able to pump in some good laps. Let's have a look. So the best lap then... last lap, from BMW Niels was a 158.8, and the last lap from Amir was a 159.4, so there's a good bit of speed he's making up on him there. The best laps from both of those, Niels has got that too, 158.4. The best lap from Amir was a 158.7, so the pace is there. BMW Niels then looking at his first win. We'll keep an eye on that gap.
Just needs to hook up that pace, not make too many mistakes. I think he actually lost a bit of time in that first sector, as King caught up a bit.
Gap then opening up, I think, with Aidan Brow. Matt Kennedy just falling off a little bit as Goltz got past. So Sanders and Hamza, I think, are still together. I don't think we've got anyone else closer on track, apart from Matt Kennedy getting very close again to the back of Aiden. But we'll stay here. Patrick Pagoni going sideways through the Lesma. It's a brilliant camera angle when they pop through there because they're almost on opposite lock. It's good stuff. Geordie Sanders then putting up with a lot of pressure here. Hamza Bellassane is doing a good job, it seems. What a cool car number, 888.
Oh.
It's a good car number. What's your car number?
Mine is 12.
12, nice. Mine's 88.
Ah.
I like to have the 88. Don't know why.
1888, the year you were born.
Yes. How did you know? It's actually not. I was born in 89, so I should have the 89 car, eh? But no, 88 is mine. That's
Seems
the car.
there is a change in order.
Well, Bellassane is looking for the gap, not quite getting it again. It's such a hard track to get position, this. You've got to really work at it and almost wait for mistakes.
5-second penalty for car 39. That is... where is that?
I can't see the car 39 on my screen at the moment. That is Jardier.
Oh! And that is for causing a minor collision on lap 14 in turn 1 or 2. And that was with car 44, so with Wonko.
Oh, okay. So what lap did that happen on?
That was on lap 14.
14. So that could have been when he had his incident. After he had his incident at 130R, possibly. You never know. That's the only time I've seen him in fast traffic, especially with Wonko. So whereabouts is Wonko now? They're right next to each other. Literally, 6th and 7th on track. And look at your boy, Kieran Prendergast, up in 8th position. 4 tenths away from Jardier as well, having an absolute blind of a race. We'll jump up to him in a minute. But we've got Dominic Goltz then managed to catch up to these three. And he's putting pressure right now on Hamza. And I think there's going to be a move at some point soon. Geordie Sanders then, the real bottle stop, causing problems. And there's a bit of pace forming behind him. So we're going to see some moves, I think, a little bit later on. What's that gap looking like now to Niels? 4.1 it was. It's dancing around 4. Now it's gone up to 5. There must have been an incident then, as I said it. So 5 seconds, BMW Niels and Amir Hassini. Still a reasonable gap. 16 minutes to go. It's looking like even more tough work for BMW Niels to close the gap. 4.8 seconds it is now. Well, oh, Goltz then almost tapping the back of Bellassane there. Hamza doing well not to get embroiled in a fight there, and Geordie Sanders has managed to pull a little bit of a gap. So he was the attacker, now the defender. The 888, Hamza is now in trouble, it seems. Always seems to be the way, doesn't it? If you don't get it done straight away, you get attacked yourself. Dominic Goltz then looking for the move.
Yeah, he's not quite close enough at the moment. But sure, during the course of the lap, if he doesn't making mistakes during the corners together, he'll be right on the chuff of that Lamborghini.
We're going to stay on board in the front camera, I think, see if we can see him gain time on these boys. It looks to me, Geordie Sanders looks like he's absolutely suffering. Something chronic in that car. Not going well for him this afternoon, it seems. We say that, though, they're still doing reasonably good lap times. But Geordie Sanders actually hasn't broken the 2-minute barrier this whole race. Last lap was a 2-minute 2. Considering his competitors around him, that's actually quite pedestrian. Struggling? Possibly?
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility, isn't it? It could be a multitude of things. It could be tyre wear. Could just be several mistakes. It couldn't really be anything.
Juan, to answer your question, the 488 GT3 Evo should be the better car. Dependent on track.
Gap down to 4.8 between BMW Niels and Nucini, but we've seen that Nucini is quite often better in the first sector, so that should probably open up back to 5 seconds by the time they come to the middle sector.
What's happening with Chorus? I could see he was close. Maybe it's playing tricks on me. It is. I thought we were getting a little bit closer towards the front, but we're not. Let's stay back then with Goltz and Hamza. There we go. 130 Niels providing us with mountains of entertainment in this race. From spins to taps to overtakes. Who'd have thunk it? It still happens there. These boys getting very close again. Goltz has managed to get the gap down, I think, to 3 tenths. Oh, not a very good drive off that last corner, though. He's racing against the same car, so it's almost, you know, it's like top trumps.
Yeah. Although, very rarely in top trumps you get the same card as the other person.
Right, so maybe it's not like top trumps. Oh, Geordie Sanders getting all sorts of funny through turn 1.
Which kind of caught me off guard. Oh, what's Brian Sabella saying?
I think that is lag, and it's cost him a position. There's still
he
more.
just speared off into the wall.
I think
Golt's reacted, so it's
yeah.
affecting the drivers as well.
Oh, that's not very good. Unfortunately, we've got Tokyo Drift going on.
That might need to be looked into.
Yeah, I don't think it's server side. I think it is.
No, because no one else is lagging out that badly.
Oh, this is horrible for Dominic though, because he's going to be really wary of what's happening.
We saw the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think that's goodbye from Hamza. He's gone. He looked like he was.
Yeah, there's now 37 cars in the race.
He's yeeted himself off. He had to go get some shopping, boys. He's gone for the day. Yeah, yeet! Straight off the first Lesmo. Oh dear, never mind. Well, that's opened the gap up for Dominic to have a go on Geordie, so that should we might have a little bit of a battle later on. Martinez looked like he's closing up on the 47 of Neil's, Ferrari Neil's, so maybe we'll jump up and have a little look, see what's going on there. Ferrari Neil's then, under pressure. We don't see many Aston Martins currently. The only Aston Martin, I think, in this league, David Martinez. Oh, I'm only just getting over that. That really tickled me. I don't know why. I think 'cause he perfectly went off with the trees. Never mind. R Motorsport, sorry. David Martinez with the R Motorsport team on the back of Ferrari Neils.
Oh, we got any penalty. It is a drive-through for 447, causing a significant collision.
That's Matt Kennedy.
Turn 11.
That's Matt Kennedy.
And
Turn 11, that's the incident on the hairpin.
Yeah, and that was with 78 and 9.
Ooh. Unlucky race for Matt Kennedy. He's had so many penalties, and now he's got a drive-through. Oh, Hardier's got a 5 second, by the looks of things, just popped on.
That was the one we mentioned earlier.
Okay, cool. It hasn't just jumped on then, it's my imagination.
No. BMW Neil's still keeping that gap under 5 seconds, but he's running out of time. A little over 11 minutes to go. And really, if he wanted to have a go at the lead, he'd really have to be sort of cranking down about half a second a lap at least.
Yes, I think he's just out of it now, I think.
Yeah, he's lost 2 tenths in that sector.
I mean, he was lapping faster, but he's now lapping a couple of tenths slower. But they're lapping almost exactly the same pace. Tyres are coming into it now slightly, maybe, for BMW Neils. And maybe a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah, possibly. It is an hour of driving the same circuit, which obviously, you know, it's racing. You know, have that adrenaline, you have that, oh, I'm really enjoying this, but even that, it's still going to drain you at the end of it. You're going to want a break, etc. So, it could just be the fatigue coming in a little earlier than he'd like.
Juan Clement, I did answer you, buddy. I said that you want to go for the Evo 2020. And it looks like Jasper has also answered you there. A little bit of patience, buddy, and maybe open up your ears and you might hear the answer straight away. I was straight in there with the answer. Never mind.
Also, did we see the move of Gult's game past Sanders?
We didn't know because I was too busy watching Martinez and Ferrari Neils. So there was a move then with Geordie Sanders and Dominic Gultz.
Kennedy's in for his drive-through.
Oh, poor Kennedy. That's the drive of shame, isn't it, that one? Never mind. Looks like Martinez is slowly falling off the back here. He was right on his chuff, but he's dipped away slightly now. 6 tenths separates these boys. Barrier and Louis Fly behind are actually pretty damn close, so we'll keep an eye on those two. You can see them in the picture now as they come through the final Lesmo. Slightly closer than what we've got here in front of us, so we might as well watch Valentin, see if he can make a move. On Louis Fly. The SMP Racing Team. I really can't wait until we can see the paint schemes, because they're going to be amazing. There's always a lot of time that goes into the paint schemes. And there's a lot of time putting them into the game as well. So, round of applause for Endomino for getting them in. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Just a week to go. One more week, buddy, and you can get them in. Come on. Woo!
The smallest louts of applause you'll ever hear.
That's going to spur him on to get him done. It's not his fault.
We call that the applause of Niels.
The Niels applause. That was. I've heard it's not his fault. Unfortunately, there are strict rules that apply when you set the when you submit.
2 new penalties.
Tunes. Who's that? That's like
15
what?
second for 181 and 5 for 210. Ah, here we go.
Rotterdam.
Oh, that's a lot of new stuff. Okay, so there was an incident between 17 and 404. There is no further action on that. That was on lap 11 to 11.
That's Patrick begun.
Yeah. A 5-second penalty for car 210 on lap 17.
Robin.
Turn 5 and 6 for causing a minor collision. There was an incident between 10 and 77 on lap 18 with the question whether it was lag. No further action.
Prendergast and Anarev, I think.
Yep. Cars 17 and 79 on lap 18, turn 11, no further action. And then a 15-second time penalty for car 181. He had an incident with car 3, that was on lap 18, turns 13 and 14 for causing a moderate collision.
That's Black Gold. That's another penalty for Black Gold Saw.
Oh, no.
Huge penalty, 15 seconds then. 31st he's down in. He was battling with Geordie Saunders earlier on. Where's Saunders? Up in 19th position, so that's what penalties cost you. The field is so close. If you get a penalty, you get popped all the way down to the back. Still in the points, though. I think it's 30-something odd. Do you still get points? So, still in it. Still in it.
Yeah.
Keep your head down.
I can actually try and have a bit of a cheer. Points, it stops off. 34th gets the last point.
Yeah.
Or at least it got the last point in the first race.
It's okay, go on. It's all fine, don't you worry. Right. Let's see what's happening a little bit further up. Who have we got? Fighting. Chorus, not in a battle at the moment. Darren King, definitely not in a battle at the moment. This is a good showing from Chorus. Valentin Chorus normally scuffs it up in the pits, but he's currently 5th on merit. Done very well. Not been any incidents for him this race. He's probably going to think it's a boring one, but he's got himself in 5th position. Just behind Jardier, just in front of Jardier, sorry, I should say, and then in front of Kieran Prendergast, who also having a very good race. I don't think.
Also, is it just me, or is Huben catching King?
Possibly. I have to keep an eye.
Another penalty.
Who's that for?
That is for 298, a
That's
5-second penalty.
Schmidt.
Oh no,
That's
not
your boy.
Klein Schmidt.
Your boy Klein Schmidt. Never mind.
Schmidt.
Never mind. At least my favourite Hamanda Erquizi not racing, currently out. So at least you've got someone in the race you can cheer for. We're
Also,
on board with Weidelich, sorry. He's catching.
Yeah, he's just got a drive-through.
Oh Jesus, that was
For
for
track
limits.
limits.
That was for limits. So there we go. I was going to say he was catching Prendergast, but not anymore. He's going to run away with it. But he's got, Anarev behind him, though.
And we've got the details for the penalty for Kleinschmidt. Contact between cars involving cars 181, 105, and 298.
Oof.
Lap 18, turn 14, so there's a lot of stuff happening in lap 18.
It was.
5-second penalty for car 298, causing a minor collision.
I think that's all that same incident that happened at the hairpin.
It must have been, surely.
I think it's all the tip-tapping that was happening around there. I must have looked back and see who hit who and who did what.
BMW Niels is under 4 seconds behind Husini now.
Yeah, he is.
That has steadily been coming down.
It's got 4 minutes, though, to do it. I just don't think it's possible now. Unless Amir has
Unless
an incident.
Husini makes a mistake.
Who's in? Oh, it's Weidelich to do his deep drive-through. Sorry, not paying attention. He is in, then. Let's have a look, see what's happening with Vasily. 4/10 back. That was from Weidelich. He's got a second back to Prendergast now, so gaps opening up. We haven't, unfortunately, got a lot of racing on at the moment. It's a good race, but not a lot of it. Who have we got here? Martinez then still on the back of BMW Niels. Not much in the way of overtaking, though, for these boys. We've got Patrick less than a 10th away from Ivan for 16th. We'll keep an eye on that battle. It looks like it's hotting up, but the time's not changing, so I don't know how realistic that is. This one looks pretty good.
We've got Southorn Kleinschmidt. Might be a look into turn 1. Actually, no, he's not good enough. toe. But that might be a battle to watch.
Keep an eye for us. We'll see. He's lost a good couple of seconds now. Is he 5 seconds about? Oh no, it's Southall that's fighting.
Yes.
I get ya.
Yes. I get ya, fam.
Oh, lots of sideways action into Lesmo. Love it. Everyone's very close. Ferrari Neil's suffering, it looks like. Not had a good race this race, Ferrari Neil's. Outside the top 10. I say not have a good race. It's still a blinding achievement. This is Split 1. This is the top tier ACC racing. You don't really get much better than this. So to be in a top 10 in that kind of class, it's still pretty good. Or just outside the top 10.
Gultz has caught the battle between Patrick and Ivan.
He has, yeah. 6/10 separates them. I am just
look at him. He's right behind.
Focusing on this little 3 battle that we've got going on between Martinez, Louis, and Ferrari Neils. But if anything else hots up behind, I will jump down. 17th and Gultz.
Yeah, Patrick on the outside of Ivan. On the run down to Spoon. Is he going to keep it clean? Ivan coming back down the inside. They have kept it clean.
Dominic looks like he can smell blood ahead. Look.
Yeah.
This is going to be a move, I think.
Or Ivan sacrifices exit to defend. That could give Patrick a chance at 130R. Dominic has got a very good view of this. He's going to go for it. Or at least he's trying to line it up alongside. Is either of them going to back out? Ivan, you going to give space? Oh, Ivan goes full on through, no brakes. Patrick does put on the brakes. What is Gultz going to do? Or Gultz. Looks like he's going to stay back for now, looking for the good exit. As the exit out of Valhalla chicane is crucial, but nothing happens. And well held off Ivan.
Lovely stuff. Battles going on all over the place. Look at them weave down the straight to keep into the slip. Desperate to get a little bit of extra pace. The battle's still hotting up ahead with Martinez and Ferrari Neils. 10th separates them. There's a couple of groups all battling out for positions. It looks like Martinez is now...
He actually got past.
He did. Ferrari Neils got past him. Lovely stuff. What happened to Louis? Louis got past. There must have been an incident we've missed. Oh, and there's contact! Second Lesmo. That was very silly, and that's going to cause a penalty. Definitely.
Yeah, that was Ferrari Neils hitting Martinez.
Ferrari Neils smashing into the side of Martinez. Unlucky. He made the move. And
the leader's on the final lap.
We are, you're correct. Leader on the final lap. With all of this battling going on towards the back, we're getting a little bit sidetracked. We will have to just double check what's going on. So this battle is hotling up between Ivan, Patrick and Dominic, all battling out to try and stay in the top 15-ish. 16th, 17th and 18th position, I think it's for. It is indeed.
Yes.
Oh, that's
and
a
they
shame,
only have
then.
one more. They only have one more lap to settle this argument.
They do. Only one more lap.
Especially with the driving we've seen so far.
Oh, well, it looks like Amir is going to have this one wrapped up, I think. We'll jump back. Well, Louis looks like he's dropped a position behind Ferrari Neils, so something must have happened with these boys as well. The For The Win Racing boy getting caught out because he was in front.
Oh! Gultz and Ivan have had a big collision at the last chicane.
Oh, no. Oh, huge collision. And Ivan's paid the price. Almost coming onto the track. He's crowding drivers off. Got to be careful because that's also a punishment. You've got to be careful when rejoining the track. Almost putting himself and others in danger. That's pretty crazy stuff.
I did predict something would happen because it was the last lap, or coming on to the last lap, and something did indeed happen.
It did, and I know everyone wants to see what's going on, but we also have to make sure that we get what happens up at the top end, because Amir Hassini has done an absolute blinder of a job. He is coming through to get his... Oh, almost cuts the corner there. Coming through to claim his second win of the season. Maximum points then for Amir Hassini. That's 200 points to go onto his tally. An amazing job and a real commanding lead he's got in the championship. Coming across the line then in second position is B&W Niels. Let's jump back down the pack, see if we can see any battles coming off with all of these boys. Let's see.
Gultz
8th position.
Overtaken by Kleinschmidt and Southall. He's losing places left, right, centre. Or Ivan's going to come back and it's going to be any salt. No, he's actually left him alone. Yeah, Gultz is being brutally bruised here.
We've got a battle on at the moment. Prendergast and Anarev fighting for 7th and 8th. I think Kieran Prendergast is going to keep it. He's going to go down to the line. And 7th and 8th, I think, is going to be settled. Hopefully, Jardier will keep 6th with that penalty. We'll see. He has. Good job from him. Have we got any other people close? That's Ferrari Niels.
Oh.
We've got more action going on behind, have we?
No, it was the Ferrari of Enrov hitting Prendergast on the cooldown lap.
Okay, that's fine. So we've got, well, it's not fine. We've got Geordie Saunders and Aidan Bro also fighting here for 17th and 18th. Aidan almost looking for a dive, very wide through 130R.
Deja vu at the last chicane, Goltz. No, he's actually kept it clean this time. Oh, Watt's coming in very hot.
So 17th and 18th sorted, I think. Let's have a look at Dominic. Oh, it's going to be a fight to the line, look, with these boys. Dominic having all of these guys having an awful last couple of laps. Crossing the line then. There you go. Goltz losing. One of them was losing a position. I think that might have been Robin. Anyway, yeeting the car off there. I think that was from Ivan. Oh, a race to forget, I think, for Dominic. Finishing 22nd after all of that.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a penalty at the end.
May get a penalty towards the end. I think we're all done. Matt Kennedy then coming across the line in 27th. And a couple of these boys were lapped. So that is it. Well, I think we've got all drivers finished. Well, crazy for the last couple of laps there. I think it was all happening with Ivan and Dominic Goltz. And there was also Prendergast was fighting for 7th and 8th with Anarev. Managed to keep it there. Chorus finishing 4th. Great position for him. Darren King then getting himself another podium. Good job from Darren King. And then we've got, Nick. I don't know why it says second. It shouldn't do. But first, Amir Hassini. BMW Neil's, fabulous job from him. Lots of people shouting about Neil's last race, and he's managed to get himself on the 2nd step. Darren King on the 3rd. And yes, Kieran Prendergast, 6th position, just behind Hardier and Valentin Chorus in 4th. That's really good position for him. 7th then for Vasily Anarev. 8th for Martinez, and that's Gerard. 9th for Mike Veerman. Niels, that's Ferrari Niels in P10. Lewis Fly in 11th. Valentin Barrier in 12th. We've got David Martinez, the second Martinez, in 13th. Luca Weidelich in 14th. Patrick Pigolni in 15th. Geordie Sanders then managed to get himself up to 16th position. Aidan Brow in 17th. Luke Southall 18th. And then 19th, Ivan, and rounding off the top 20 is Dominic Goltz with a bit of a mare towards the end, I think. Marcel Kleinschmidt in 21st. Loads of people in 21st, apparently. 22nd is Hamza. They're all kind of, I think the timing has got all wrong. 23rd is Robin. 24th is Bruno. Kevin Niels follows him. John Watts then from him. Matt Kennedy, Mark Balzer, Dominic Alvarez, Nico Solman, Black Gold Saw then, unfortunately, towards the end. Vanko Dimitrov not finishing very well this week, unfortunately. Kanabich also joining him towards the back because of penalties. Sebastian Caselli. Masood then parked the car very early on. Theo Overhouse and Hamanda Akwizi at the back. Well, I think there will be some more information. Race control, there they go. There's 2 incidents without a verdict yet. They'll be announced in the Discord once possibly penalties have been decided on. So I could only assume that was the incident with Dominic Goltz and Ivan towards the end. 333 and 72, that is, if they haven't already left, they might have left and I can't see them. Yeah, they've left, so I can't see them. I'm assuming it's Dominic because I can't. No, it's not. Ah, there you go. 81 and 23. That's Dominic and that's Ivan.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't see who 333 and 72 are, though. I'm sure we'll find out what's the dealio with them. 72 is Valentin Barrier. 333 David Martinez. So that was the only Aston Martin. I think David's running in the Aston Martin. Well, good race. Well done on the commentary. Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate it. Well, next week, don't know where we are. I haven't looked on the website. Shall we have a look? Shall we see?
Let's have a peek.
Let's have a peek, shall we? Now, you can jump on to the Apex Online Racing forum and have a look at what's happening on the league standings and also what races are coming up. And if you want to join yourself, all you have to do is jump on. The links are in the description box below if you fancy yourself giving a go with one of the splits. Places do become available all the time, so don't think just because it started you can't take part. If you want to, just hop down below, copy the URL, or even click on it. You can follow both me and Saffzo. We've got Twitters and Twitches, both again in the description box below if you fancy. Don't feel pressured to, though. You don't get much over there. It's pretty much rubbish the whole time. But anyway, join us next week at same time. We'll go live at 7, and then racing starts at 7:30. Any news on the next track? Where are we?
I don't know.
Okay.
I thought you were having a peek.
No, I couldn't find it.
Ah, okay.
No, couldn't find it. I'm sure I could if I go deep on Discord, but I don't want to because it would mean we'll go silent and everyone will think that we've been attacked by a giant plague of locusts. I can't find
I believe I may have found it.
Race calendars.
Yes, that was the one I saw.
Found it too. Hungaroring. There we go. Then, oh my goodness, round 4 is Mount Panorama. Then Imola, that will be good fun. Kyalami is 5, Zandvoort 6, and Spa-Francorchamps 7th. Then we have a little bit of a break. Oh, no, we don't. That is it. Small season, it seems. Only a couple of races. It's going to get crazy. It's going to heat up. We're going to have more battles and more races, but I can't believe that he's got another win under his belt. Amir Hassuni is running away with it. What can they do to stop him? Join us next week to find out. Anything to finish on, Saf?
Chaos.
Chaos. See you soon, boys. Have a good one.
Peace.